Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Three-way or two-way,
Two
just two of
way.
us.
We're doing a two
Replay.
way. All right, episode 12, Head Games. How's it going?
Pretty good. Juggling the three children here, our new
Yes.
family of three children.
Your 1 month old.
Yes. It's working, it's going. How about you?
Yeah. Same, pretty good. With my dog.
Your family of you and your
My
dog.
family, me and my dog.
Your
But
beloved.
yeah, so speaking of dogs,
Oh.
let's talk about Kim and Usman.
Ooh. Right. So we skipped an episode, but
Yeah.
our third is off and about for now, but he'll be back next episode.
Yeah. I mean, basically, the last one, I think like Usman told Kim about the truth behind the song Zara. And then now this episode is just a fallout,
Right.
right? So basically, he tells her and she's pissed and she's like, she wants to leave. And she's like, I was surprised that she was like really serious about breaking up with him.
I
Like she wants
agree.
to be in a relationship so bad. She wants to have sex with him so bad. And then when he tells her about Zara, then she wants to bounce. But her reasoning is good because if she had known that Usman was talking to somebody else, then she would have backed off, right?
Right.
So
Well, I'm kind of confused about it though, because he makes sense also kind of. Well, so is he saying that the last time he talked to this other lady was 4 months ago? Like he broke up with this other lady 4 months ago?
yeah, but I'm pretty sure she broke up with him. Not he broke up with her. Like we all knew in the beginning, she broke up with him, and then Kim came in as his backup.
Ah, I see. So he's been talking with Kim for over a year now.
Yeah, and so his excuse is that this whole time when we were talking, we were just friends. I thought we were just friends. We weren't really in a relationship, so that's why he was talking to somebody else. But I feel like that's shady. Like he should have let her know. Like if she said it, she knew that she would have backed off, and he must have been flirting with her for that year. You know what I mean?
Right, right. But she did call herself the potential. Like she knew that she wasn't his
Yeah,
girlfriend though.
yeah.
So
So
he does
she's
have a right, but I guess she did say that she was loyal, that she wasn't seeing anybody else.
yeah.
I don't know if he said the same to her. I
Like if
guess. Mhm.
they were exclusive.
Right. Well, not even just exclusive. Like maybe she just said, I like you.
Uh
I'm loyal. I'm not seeing anybody else. And then he, but he was still upfront and honest. He has been upfront and honest, I feel like most of the time with
uh
her, right? Like even when he about being intimate and this and that, he's like, I told you when you came here that you were a potential. Like I never said that we're gonna have sex or something when she was going all sex crazy.
yeah.
And and so now he's saying like, you were just a potential. We weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. That's why I never wanted to have sex with you until we became boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, but I mean, that's true. I can acknowledge that. But it just feels shady that he never mentioned her and he
Mm-hmm.
brought Kim to watch him film a music video called Zara, the other
Right.
girl.
Okay, well that's true. He could have said it up front, like, okay, listen, this stuff was going on and it's your decision whether you want to come or not.
Yeah, he should have said it
Right?
in the beginning. It seems like he's
Mm-hmm.
really trying to play it safe for himself, like only reveal as much as he wants in order to get everything that he wants. You know what I mean?
But don't you think her reaction? Okay, I could see both sides, but I also am questioning her reaction too because she said she liked him so much, this and that. She wanted to have sex with him so bad. She got what she wanted. She's already going to go home soon. So maybe she's just like, you know what? I came here. I got what I wanted. It was so so. It was all right. And I'm ready to go home now and move on with my life.
No, I doubt
What do
it
you think?
because I don't think so because it looks like she really went out of her way. Like she traveled like super far. Where did they go? Tanzania, right? She bought him a
Mm-hmm.
laptop and a PS5, like just for like that little bit of like boom boom. Like I don't think that she would do all that if she just wants to hit and quit it, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's true. She hit it and she was like, you know what? It wasn't as great as I thought. You know, I could get this at home.
Well, I mean,
Bye. Well,
she
she's
was
gonna take
like,
her laptop
yeah,
too.
I was gonna say, she was like, okay, I'll take the
What do
laptop
you
back.
think about that?
Well, I was like, good for Usman giving back those gifts. That's
Wow.
good.
That is. I'm shocked. But maybe he thought that she wouldn't actually take it. And she was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take this one back. I'll take the laptop. How do you feel about her taking it back?
uh, I mean, I don't blame her. I mean, if I was her, I would take it back.
Yeah, I'm
Like
never gonna
she's
see
really
you again
mad.
anyway. So
Yeah, but I feel like they'll get over it. Like, and like my
oh, okay. You think they're gonna
hunch
make
is like
up?
they're still gonna be together. Yeah, I feel like they're still gonna be together. What do you think?
Hmm. It does seem like she's really mad and she's about to fly out soon. So I don't know. But you're right. Most of the time they do end up back together.
Yeah,
But this one seemed like they may not the way they were, especially since she's leaving. I was like, man, if she leaves like this, they may not end up together. But I was shocked
yeah.
with how upset she was.
You think she'll be that upset?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Now that she's the girlfriend, the past is the past. Let bygones be bygones.
But she was really mad,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know.
It, what a change. What a change of places because Usman had all the power withholding sex and such. She was
Uh,
dying to be the one. And now
yeah,
she did become the one. She kind of Usman lost his power because he gave it up. And
yeah.
now she's the one in control.
That's true.
Oh,
He's giving his gifts back.
right. But he did say that this reminds him of his ex, and he's not down for that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm really questioning. I really think they may not be together. I don't
Really?
know.
I think they'll make it together. I mean, she really liked him, and she has kind of a little bit desperate vibes from the beginning of the
Mm-hmm.
season. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like she'll let it go.
Okay.
But you see, like in their interview to get when they're together,
Mm-hmm.
like when they're talking about the fight, like they're still together in the interview.
Oh, right, right. That's true.
So I feel
That's
like they're
true.
probably still together.
Okay, good point. Shall we move on to Gino and Jasmine?
The cray cray.
Yes. I mean, I don't know. There's something likable about Jasmine, though.
Really?
She may be super crazy when she's upset. I mean, but she had a right to be angry.
She did.
But, in her like fun, happy times. So they're going to go see her mom. We see them in the beginning. They're like practicing dancing and all of that. And Gina's a terrible dancer, but she thinks it's cute and she's laughing with him. So they look happy. All right, so they go see the mom. And the mom is basically a few years older than Gino. And her
Two
mom
years
looks
older.
good. Yeah, her mom looks good.
She should get with Gino.
I know. Can you imagine? I don't know. I hate this kind of dynamic. I don't know personally. Maybe I'm biased, but like when I see a really old man with like a young girl, I'm like, ugh. Okay, so anyway, they sit down to eat, and then that's when Jasmine tells her mom he doesn't want to take off his hat for the prayer.
The hat.
The
The sacred
hat.
hat.
The hat. And then the mom is like, I don't know. Do you want to live your life like this, Jasmine? And then Jasmine translates, but she doesn't say that. She said, oh, my mom said it's okay for you to keep your hat on. Even though that's not what her mom said.
Uh,
And so that, they do their prayer and stuff. And then of all the questions to ask, he says, did Jasmine have a lot of boyfriends growing up? Do you
I
know it's such a
know.
stupid question
And
to
the way he
ask
asked
somebody's
it,
mom?
yeah, and the way he asked it was like serious. It wasn't being like he was being playful. It was
Mm-hmm.
weird.
It was weird and creepy. Such a creepy dude. But he did say like after, well, it's because she's so beautiful. But I don't know. As a mom, you don't want to hear that kind of question. And she's like, no, she didn't because she was very strict. So she was able to control her then. Now she cannot control Jasmine. Jasmine's a cannon. Jasmine shot out of a cannon and
Do you
she's
think
just
like
doing her own thing.
she gets it from her mom? Do you think like maybe her mom is so like, 'cause she seems very reserved.
Yeah.
It seems like if you see, do you think like if her mom gets mad,
Mm.
like her mom would like blow up even more than Jasmine?
Oh God, I could see that. I can see that. She also seems like or she could be like the quiet, upset one, like where they're quiet and you feel even more scared than when they yell.
Of like they just say like two words and it's like,
Yes, and it's terrifying.
yeah, I could see that with her. Because that's what
Yes.
she seemed like with Gino.
Right. That is what she seemed like, right. And Jasmine's younger sister seems so uh reserved too. Like nothing like Jasmine.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe when she becomes of age, she's gonna be like, I'm free, bitches. I'm free. Anyway. the, all right, they eat and all. And then they go through baby photos of Jasmine, and she looks very cute. And then that's when Gino drops a bomb and asks for the mom's permission to marry. And the mom basically looks at Jasmine and like, well, you made up your mind already. So it is what it is. She didn't seem too happy about it, but she's like, if this is what you're going to do, can't control you. Already
Just
tried many
resign.
times. Yeah, it's like resign.
Yeah. I don't think you could control Jasmine.
Yeah. And so then we see Gino calling his brother and kind of discussing the whole thing with him. And the brother's concerned, but Gino says he loves her and he's going to marry her. And that's how it is. What did you think of Gino's brother?
He doesn't look like Gino at all.
I
He looks
know.
normal.
He does look normal. He looks normal. Does Gino look abnormal?
Well, he looks like his mannerisms and his voice kind of looks like, I don't know, like a little creepy.
It is. What's up with that? Considering his
know.
brother looks so, he sounds so regular.
Plus, I mean, he is creepy. Like he was like a sugar daddy, right?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know how Jasmine could stay with him after that.
Well, I mean, next episode, it seems like every other episode is like them blowing up and then them getting back together. So I don't know. She's gonna blow up again next time, apparently.
Jasmine is crazy, but she is what she is. Like she has an explosive temper, but Gino is just a creepy dude. I don't know what he's capable of. I'm gonna be honest. He sent revenge porn, revenge pictures to his
Not really
ex.
revenge. Well, I guess it is. It's like revenge.
It is
porn,
revenge.
somebody
Revenge
else.
against, yeah, with the ex. Like, hey, look what I got. Like what
Usually
he
revenge
said.
porn is like you don't like the person, so you send photos of them.
Right. This is a revenge against the ex who's not in it.
Yeah. It's like if they're already exes, like what's the point? You know what
I mean, that's why I'm saying it shows some kind of like resentment and anger that he holds inside, right? Like a long-term anger and resentment that he has.
Yeah.
And that's worrisome. That's very worrisome.
Do you think you're gonna stay together?
I think so. But I wish that they didn't for Jasmine's sake. She could find somebody else, somebody better. There's plenty of loyal other dorky dudes out there besides him.
Yeah. I mean, if she could fall in love with Gino, she could find somebody better.
Oh yeah, right?
Yeah.
I think maybe she picked Gino. Like, why? Because she thinks he's gonna be loyal. I mean, you can find another dude like that. Hope you.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And that's it for them. So in the next one, right? What happened on the next one? They're gonna
All I
fight
remember is that
again?
like they fight again, and then
Mhm.
like, what were they fighting about? I don't remember, but it was like she was mad at him because he didn't have a big enough reaction. And then she just stormed off, calling him a depressing man.
Oh, right. Right. Yes. Oh, okay. No. It's because I guess the ex said that she was gonna put her pictures on the internet, everywhere on the internet.
Oh,
And then he was all like, no, I don't think that's anything to worry about. And then she got upset.
yeah. Which is understandable. I mean, you want that
Right.
support, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we got two big juicy ones. Are we gonna go with Ben and Mahogany?
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
I hate Ben so
Let's go
much.
with Ben and Mahogany. So last episode, like he went to visit her R&B, her Airbnb, and it was obvious that it was an Airbnb and not her apartment. And so when I was watching, I was like, what a surprise! Like she's a liar. She's a lying liar. Like how could you be surprised? And then basically he still goes after her. He meets up with her and her friends. And the weird thing for that situation is that he refers to himself as her boyfriend. And then her friends were confused. They're like, what? You're her boyfriend? Like, we didn't know. And Mahogany's even like, no, I don't think you're my boyfriend. Like, we didn't say we were together. But I understand why he would think that if she was like saying I love you and like, oh, we should have kids and stuff, you know what I mean? So, but like my perspective of the whole situation is like she was just trying to con this old dude out of money, and then it became real, and now she didn't know how to handle it because he went to Peru because he was really in love with her, and so now she's like she doesn't know really what to do. That's what I feel like.
I don't. Did he say that he sent her a lot of money? I thought he didn't really.
Sent her $1,000.
Yeah, maybe that's a lot of money for her. Yeah, and I guess maybe she thought she could just keep playing that string, and that he wasn't actually going to come until he actually did.
Yeah, he actually came to Peru. And
okay, but
like, what the hell?
But why not just ghost him then?
That's true. I guess she could have ghosted him. Well, maybe she wants the 90-Day Fiance money.
Yeah, true.
Supposed to be famous on 90-Day Fiance. I have to say, the more I look at her, also, she looks nothing like her photos.
Right? Like her photos are like a Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah. I mean, she's good at that face too, but
oh yeah, really
looks nothing like her.
She's so cute, but yeah, it's not her.
Yeah. But so basically what they do is like he tries to take her on a vacation. And in the car, at first, it's like really torturous to watch them together because they have no chemistry. And they start talking about God, and then it all comes together for them. And he takes her on this nice hotel, this like a dune buggy, which looked really cool. It looked amazing. Like to go into like to those dunes and like be there during sunset and then have the dinner out there. Like he went all out.
He did.
And so his question was basically what we mentioned. Like he's like, how could we have talked about all that stuff, but you think we're not dating or we're not together? And she's like, well, we didn't say exactly. But I feel like it's true. Like it's okay for him to assume that they were together if they really talked about marriage and she said, I love you. You know what I mean? But even despite all that, like looking at the situation, like just the whole outside of the situation, he seems like he deserves to get catfished.
Oh yeah.
He's like, it's just so he keeps doing things that are like this sort of like a red flag. And then he keeps chasing it because he thinks that God is telling him to chase it. Like, what are you doing? What exactly are you doing? Like this is just so weird. It's like, why are you thinking like your behavior, like chasing after these young women, which Mahogany calls him out on.
Right.
Like, you think that is God? Like, I don't understand. And also she does point out that like in his explanations of why his ex-wife hates him and why his ex girlfriend doesn't like him, it's always their fault and not his fault. And I feel like he, like we mentioned before, like I understand his perspective. Probably it's like he was like in this really strict religion, and it was torturing him, and now he feels like nothing will stop him from being free, but he still was like trying to justify it. But he's acting shady. You know what I mean?
Right. And I feel like he's using religion to just go after these young, impressionable girls.
Yeah. She's only 22.
Exactly. And his other girlfriend was 27. Like, why? Okay. Why not have somebody your own age? Even somebody in their 30s. Somebody in their late 30s.
God doesn't like old
Exactly. Is that it? Is that what's going on? God has told him to go to the young ones.
Does that make any sense?
God only likes the youngins.
That's so. Oh my god, that's horrible,
isn't it? But I hate how adamant and like how much he really believes in what he's saying. I think like he really believes that it's religion and God that's driving him towards these young girls. When actually, it's really just your penis. Let's just say it's your penis. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does ask him like all those like good questions, and then he gets upset about it. He's like, well, I don't question you about all your, he doesn't say it to her, but he's like, I'm not questioning her about her inconsistencies. Why is she questioning me about my past?
Well, like, you should question her.
Right, exactly. Why aren't you questioning her? Yes, exactly.
And like his excuse of like, when she asked about the girlfriend and the ex-wife, his excuse was like, well, I don't have to explain my past. And it's like, that doesn't make sense. You do have to explain your past.
Yes. And they, oh man, I hate this guy. I just hate him. It's funny because they kind of want to make it seem like she's the crazy one, I feel like, because, Ben is the main storyline. Like he's the main guy that we're supposed to want to take his side. Right. So when he's all like, well, she said through text that she loved me. She wanted to have a family with me and have kids and stuff, and now in person, she doesn't, so it kind of makes you want to feel like, oh, he's in the right. But when you actually hear it, it's true on her side. Like you say tons of shit through text. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be true in reality. And she's like, yeah, you talk about family and stuff when you're dating, or, like when you're getting to know people, like, okay, do you want a family, this and that. He's like, I'm looking at my phone now. It says, I love you, this and that. Like, so just because you say it through text, you're going to meet her and immediately she's going to like jump into your arms and like, you're going to get married. Like that sounds even more crazy than what she's doing.
Well, I think saying I love you is like something big even through text. Like I don't know, if you were the same age and I don't know if you're both in the same country, but if the fact that like you're so far apart and the reality, you don't really even know each other, you don't speak the same language, then saying I love you is like probably nothing,
Exactly. It's a nothing burger. It's nothing. Anybody who's sane would know that, but Ben is not sane. So when she says all those things, it's fine to me. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like what you're saying, Mahogany, makes sense. Even though they kind of make it seem like, through Ben that she's crazy.
Well, I do feel like she is like lying about stuff, but looking at both sides, it's like it's not as bad as what he's doing.
Right. I do think. Well, I mean, he's like upset that. He's like, oh, if we talked about having a family, and now we're not even boyfriend and girlfriend. That was funny too, when they're talking to her friends and stuff. And then he's like, wait a minute, what am I to you then? She's like, we're friends. You never even said that we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Yeah, you never even asked me.
That's true. You shouldn't assume, especially in those kind of situations.
Yeah.
He seems so out of place too.
He does.
Those three young women.
God. And then when he met them, he's like, ¿Tienes hombre? Oh my God. Isn't that hilarious? He's like with these three young girls, and then instead of asking like, it was a mistake. I appreciate his try to speak Spanish, but it's just so funny that he's like, "Do you have a man? Do you have men?" That's what he's basically saying. Do you have men? To these young girls that he's already like, some weird old man with a young woman.
Yeah.
And then he met hambre, which is hungry. Like, are you hungry? That was hilarious. But that's exactly what he is. That's a Freudian slip right there.
He wants to know if they're single too.
Yep. He's going to take them. God said he needs multiple young women.
Oh God. But for the next song, he talks to his friend about all of Mahogany's red flags. I wonder if his friends don't even support him going to the see Mahogany. So I don't know how they feel. I wonder if they're like thinking he's creepy too.
When he was talking to her at the desert and he was like rubbing his hands on her back, did you see that?
Yeah.
I was grossed out. Extremely grossed out.
He said it's weird also because his daughter is 22, right?
Oh, what the hell? But yeah, he still continues to pursue her.
Yeah.
Like he still keeps on, despite all these red flags that she's the same age as his daughter. He is still continuing to move forward.
It's God's will.
I hate him. He's he's like one of my most hated characters. I really don't like him at all. I would take Gino.
You take Gino over him? Over
Yeah,
Ben?
because at least he's knowingly creepy. Like he's more self-aware.
Yeah.
Ben, he is not aware at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it for them. Do you want to move on to one
Hamza?
of the most other annoying couples?
Hamza and Memphis?
Hamza and Memphis, yes.
They weren't that bad this episode.
But Memphis's voice, like, oh my God, just her voice is like so annoying now. I just can't stand it now.
I agree.
Even if it's happy, even if it's like good news, it's like horrible to listen to. She told me she told me I won $1 million. I'd still be sad.
Why is it so bad? What is it about? Is it like nasally complaining? Like complaining and nasally?
And then all we heard from it were like the first like 10 episodes was just complaining.
Right. And demanding things, treating him like a child.
Yeah.
Okay, so they met with a translator to help them work through this like big problem that they have with her and her ex. I don't know about this translator.
You think they just found him like on the street somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem professional.
He does not seem professional, but I mean, he was hired by 90 Day.
I guess so. I feel like he was like maybe somebody on the camera crew. They're like, "Hey, you. Hey,
like
can you
trying to save money?"
Yeah, they didn't get like a professional translator. They just got like a camera crew guy. Put him in a nice shirt and like, "Okay, sit down."
He did look like the kind of guy who's like, he just wants to have a good time, you know? Yeah. He just wants to have some fun.
Yeah, like some guy you'd meet like on the beach or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
He came out on the beach, you know? Okay, because he has way too much emotion. He's too involved in the translation. You know, when you're a translator, you want to be like a robot almost. You just want to directly translate what they're saying. Don't be too emotional because it can affect the interpretation. You know, just say exactly what they're saying without the emotion. Don't you think?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So he's translating because Hamza says like he's uncomfortable about the whole ex situation. What if they get into a fight? Memphis goes back to the ex. Like, why are they still talking? And then Memphis kind of says like she needs to have a relationship with him because they have kids. No, she's not ever going to go back to him. And that she loves him. Okay. She's went against everybody in her family and her kids and friends who said, don't come here. Don't do what you're doing. But she did it because she loves Hamza. And then she starts crying. And then Hamza goes and hugs her and they make up. He says, okay, he understands and he loves her and they make up. I mean, according to the translator, he's like, I mean, come on, look at her. She's crying. I can't even translate that. Look at that. Look. So yeah, they make up on that and everything goes well. And then he takes her to a romantic place, a very ancient city in Tunisia, where he proposes to her and he gives her a beautiful ring, the most beautiful ring I've seen on 90 Day Fiance.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, wow, I'm impressed with that ring. I think even better than what Gino is about to give Jasmine.
There's like what $250 ring.
Yeah, exactly. I think this thing
Yeah.
that it looks like a substantial diamond there. I'm like, is that real? That's pretty impressive, Hamza.
I mean, what's wrong with the cubic zirconia? It looks the same. It was
No,
much cheaper.
no. If it's cheap, if you can easily get, easily throw. You know, it doesn't mean that much.
What? What are you talking about?
You can easily get that much. You know, it's not
You just
valuable to
you
him.
might
He's
as well
just
just
like,
give her like
whatever.
a stack of cash then. Who cares
Just
about
throw.
the ring?
What are you talking about? A ring is a symbol of love, true love.
Of
And
money? It's
no,
like
of
how
true
much
love.
money are you in?
It's how much they value you. Okay.
How much they're
All
willing
right.
to spend in the
If
bank?
they give you a ring pop and then you're like, I'm gonna leave, they'd be like, all right,
Okay,
whatever.
what if they
A
tattoo
ring pop.
it's a tattoo ring?
If they tattooed you
No, it's like
on that,
those
what do you
tattoo
mean?
rings? Like a ring, it's a tattoo instead of like a ring. A physical
No,
ring, it's a
because it could be
tattoo.
from anybody, unless a tattoo is a picture of my face. Okay, then I'll consider it, you know.
Has your
Maybe
name. It
that
has your name.
has my name. Okay, it has to be big. It has to be like hard to remove. It can't be like a little thing. It has to be
Okay.
huge.
Okay. And even though it was like affordable, you would accept that?
Yeah, I would accept it. If it's
Okay.
really
Okay.
big, I'm like,
Okay.
okay, all right, you know, it's gonna be even if we didn't work out, it's gonna be hard for you to remove. It's gonna be a lot of pain. A lot of pain to remove that name off of you. So
Okay,
okay,
I
I'll
got it.
accept it, you know?
Okay.
All right. So I have to say the more I see Hamza, the more I really like him.
Really?
Yes, he just seems so genuine. And he seems like he would be a hard worker. Right now, he does seem like a mama's boy. But I think when it comes time to it, he wants to help his family and he would be a good worker. He's good looking. He's
I feel like
sensitive.
he seems genuine also like because he's like naive. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
Like he's honest, but it's like
Right.
innocence.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, if he knew, like, as if he doesn't know how much of a catch he is. You know,
Mhm.
like he's a really big catch. I think. I think a lot of women would go crazy for him here. I find him to be good looking
I think he's
myself.
good looking.
Yes. So if he comes here and Memphis continues to treat him poorly, the doors might open for him elsewhere. I think even before that, Memphis doesn't even have to treat him poorly. People are gonna jump on him. Do you think he's gonna take? Do you think he's gonna change? Or do you think his past with his mom and how they got divorced and everything will affect him to be loyal to Memphis?
I think if I don't know, I think Memphis might make him crazy. That's the only thing that
Mm.
will break them up.
Mm-hmm.
Once he gets a few years like of that, and also like gets more knowledge of the world, then he might leave. You know what I mean? But I guess
Right.
his mom did teach him like a very important lesson of like how important it is in their culture to stay together.
Mm-hmm. Right. I wouldn't blame him though. If he left Memphis, would not blame him.
I would not blame him. Do you know if they're together?
No, I don't.
Me either. I hope they're not together.
I know for his sake. I mean, I don't know. I almost do want him to come here to America though and have
That's
his
true.
better life.
He
I
doesn't need
mean,
Memphis for that though.
he doesn't?
I mean, I'm sure like there'll be other American women seeing him on 90 Day
Oh
that will come up to
yeah,
him.
exactly. Especially the way they portrayed him, like as a really sensitive, good, honest man.
Yeah.
He cries. He cries every time with Memphis. It's like so sweet.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I feel like they probably aren't together because like their relationship is always teetering on the edge. Like Memphis is always about to yell at him.
Mm-hmm.
and they can barely communicate. Like really, like of all the couples that have trouble communicating, they're the ones who's like one of the worst.
Right. Wait, so you think that they're not together? You think they are?
I think they're not together.
Really? I think they are.
Really?
Yeah. Because they seem like they actually do like each other. Like I think Memphis does like him, and I think he likes her.
We haven't seen why he would like her though.
Her big boobies, big butt.
A big
And
butt.
he's naive. There's something, he's naive, so he finds that he likes her.
But the sexy time,
Mm.
I guess.
He doesn't know much. He's naive, so he thinks that she's good. But once he actually is in a really good relationship, he'll realize that she wasn't that great.
She wasn't good at all.
Right, exactly. But he doesn't know any better, so. All right. And then he also says like, she has her own way, she has a strong personality, but that is why I love her. Oh.
Really? Hamza, is that why you love her?
I know. And also he said to the translator that when she talks to him, she's often very angry. And then she was willing to accept that criticism. She was kind of like, okay, that's true. I am like that.
Yeah.
And that's something she needs to work on.
Yeah. That is very true. Oh,
I'm glad he said it and got that out there.
Yeah, because that's all we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
This whole season is just her being angry.
Okay. On the next we see the translator is back. But this time with Hamza's mom, and it doesn't look like it's going to go as well.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Seems like a culture clash.
Yes. It does.
All right.
The end.
All right. So let's talk about Mike. Disgusting, piggish, sluggish, horrible,
degenerate.
How is he degenerate? He's not degenerate. I was just kidding. Like Mike is great. Ximena is all those things.
Right.
So basically, on this trip, it's like horrible for Mike because he goes there and then Ximena's acting totally like standoffish, like, and like she doesn't want anything to do with him. And at first she's like kind of trying to be nice about it, but the more he prods, the more she like lets loose of how much she actually just hates Mike. And so basically he asks her like, do you love me? She's like, I love you. Well, she says no, and she's like, well, I mean, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Which, I mean, okay, on the one hand, it's like if you're being smothered and somebody keeps smothering you, I can understand how eventually you just get disgusted by the person. Right? Like you would feel like, I just can't stand this person in my face, right?
Yeah, especially if you don't like them to begin with.
Yeah, I understand. But I mean, he seems like he's willing to change. You gotta be open to letting your own feelings change to like your own disgust. Like it could change back. So like
once you're disgusted, you can't change that.
You can change it.
How can you change disgust?
Well, I mean, let's say you like somebody who's like just you kind of like somebody, and then you get together and then they disgust you by like being super gross. Right. And then eventually it can go back, as long as you like them a little bit in the first place.
I don't even think she liked him a little bit in the first place. Do you think?
I don't know. That may be true because, well, I mean, she kissed him when she met him at the airport.
Well, because she didn't know how disgusting he really was, right? She's like, all right, this is the face. I'm used to this face. I think I can make it work, but
yeah, and he immediately started burping the first day. That is true.
And farting, and he threw his underwear on the floor.
Yeah.
And then from then on, maybe, maybe the underwear had some streaks in it.
Yeah.
Maybe he was stinky too,
Maybe.
She said cochino, like really just like a pig.
Yeah.
Disgusting like a pig.
Well, I mean, so yeah, I guess I understand. But that was always kind of her shtick to deal with. Like she like her option was to deal with that and like get that money to like provide for her kids and like have like a guy, maybe he's kind of disgusting, but he could change, and he's a good provider and he's like, he'll
Right.
treat you nice.
Right. He's has those disgusting things, but he was a really nice guy who wants to be involved with her kids.
Yeah. And he had a really good relationship with her kids too.
He did, right.
And then so basically he calls his friend and his friend is like, get out. You just get the hell out of there, man. Like I mean, if I was a friend, I would say the same thing. Like she just wants your money. She doesn't love you. She says she doesn't love you. The only light is like the plane door back home, right? Isn't that what he said? So like that is very true.
Yes.
Right. And then basically the next day he's still trying to figure it out. He's still trying to see if like he can work things out with Ximena. He takes her to a cafe and then he asks his friend to translate between them. So that little app that he has is not cutting it. He needs like calling the reinforcements. The app was like for a long time, but now he needs his friend, basically. And
I'm so happy they had it on this episode. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be so good. It's gonna be so juicy.
Yeah, right. And so his friend starts to translate between them, and then like he asks Ximena if she'll talk to the friend, and then Ximena's like, well, I mean, I'll answer your questions, but I don't know if I'll talk to the friend. Right. And then when Mike asks the friend something, and then the friend asks about like, well, how does Ximena feel? Ximena immediately starts talking to the friend and just goes off about how
she said, what do you like about him? And then she goes off on all the bad things.
Yeah, she goes off and she's just like, well, I mean, that was the thing that was funny. Like she says that she might not even talk to the friend, but the first chance she gets, she wants to let all that her disgust.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh,
she detests.
I'm disgusted Mike. Just hearing it.
I didn't think it was overkill. Come on. Like he changed on the second trip. Like he said he was trying to do better, right? He was being more organized at home. So on the second trip, he was like, I'm pretty sure he was like trying to change.
So do you think he stopped like farting and burping and stuff? Because she's still bringing it up.
I don't know. I think maybe he lessened it, but I think what pissed her off was like the smothering. Like he was staring at her while she was sleeping. Not really. She didn't really like that at all.
Yeah. I mean, but see, you only don't like that when you don't like the person. Like when you like the person, you think those things are sweet and it makes you happy.
Well, I think we're in agreement. Like she just wants to tolerate him for his money.
Right.
She cannot even tolerate him. She has like a visceral reaction to his hygiene. Like she just cannot handle it. And she doesn't like also that fact that he questioned her while going out. Well, I mean, if she marries him, she can't be going out, stuff like that all the time,
Oh,
so
exactly.
Valid. So I don't know. But sorry.
I like how the friend, Mike's friend, when he was talking to him on the phone, he's like, the things that she doesn't like about you and wants you to change is what makes you, which I thought was very diplomatic. He didn't say like, yeah, you should change it. Those things are disgusting. He was just like, the things that she wants you to change is what makes Mike. I was like, that's a good way of putting it. And, those things can't be changed. I was like, oh, that's so nice. That's very nice way of putting it.
I was really thankful that he has her because she really like, even though she was diplomatic at the same time, like by the end, she was like, this chick doesn't like you at all. And I would not be with somebody who doesn't like me. Like she was also saying that you need to bounce, basically.
No, I mean like the first friend, the guy that he was talking to on the phone, he was the one who was saying that, like, things she doesn't. But yeah, the friend, so Nancy, I think, is the one that he was talking to via the iPad, or laptop. So that's the wife.
Yeah, the friend,
of the friend, right? So so the wife, she was just straight up and down about it. She was like, look at you, like look at her, even just sitting next to you, she's disgusted. Like you
Yeah.
can just tell she's not happy to being nice.
Like there's nothing at all that she likes about you, Mike.
Yes, except your money. Oh, and then we find out that she stopped working because Mike is paying for everything.
Oh yeah, and that's when the friend found that out, she was like, "Oh, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know that. Like, you didn't tell us that." So, Mike, you need to stop giving her money, she said, which is true.
This is bad.
Yeah.
Mike, what is Mike thinking? Does it make you feel bad for Mike? How do you feel about this?
It does make me feel bad about Mike because I feel like it's not like he is expecting a lot from her, too. Like he just wants her to be like more forgiving of him, and he wants to change. He's willing to change and give her all that money. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
that's like a
right,
rare find. So I feel bad for him, but also like he needs to have more confidence in himself,
right.
be able to find somebody and not tolerate that kind of BS. Like the way she treated him, like the way she looks at him, she looks at him like caca, like poo, like straight up poo. So he's like he deserves better than that. He needs to learn it.
He does. She does look at him like caca, like just like the caca he brought in under his shoe. She's
Yeah.
like, that's exactly. She's like, how apt that you're gonna come here with caca on your shoe, and I could make that face, a scrunch face. Ew.
And she don't really care about like making the best decisions about her future.
I know.
So I feel
Yeah,
like
she doesn't.
she's not going to be able to get it together. I feel like she's gone. It's over. Like she can't come back.
But we see on the next one that she's trying to keep him, right?
Is that what we see?
Yeah, on the next song, he calls his friend again, the wife of the friend,
Oh yeah.
and says that, oh, but she's saying that she wants me to stay and that maybe we could find a way to work it out. And then the friend's like, no, Mike, she's saying that just because she wants your money. Like, leave now. And then we see him kind of confused.
Yeah. But I remember that one scene that they showed at the very beginning of like her saying that she loves him, but she's not in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets pissed and leaves. So I feel like they're not going to make it.
I hope they don't, for his sake.
Yeah, I think I heard that, spoiler alert, that they're not together.
Okay,
like
yeah.
He made like these really mean Instagram posts about her, but I'm like, she says some really mean ass shit to you, so you can say whatever mean thing about her. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that that's going to be the thing that makes him run away. Because she already said that comment, like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Yeah.
baby sounds. He's waking up. Yeah, like, I'm surprised all the other things aren't making him run away. Like the way she looks at him, saying that he's disgusting, all of those. She doesn't even want to, she like threw him in the kids' room.
Yeah.
How could you stand all of those things?
How could you like want to have sex with that person again after you feel that way? I don't know, man.
After they treated you like caca.
Yeah. It's just like in your head, you're like, she probably hates this.
But what do you think about it that she's telling him then, like on the next song, like, oh, stay, maybe we can work it out?
I feel like she just wants the money, and maybe she's like a lot stiff effort, but I don't think even her like herself, like she's gonna be able to sustain that like motivation to keep him. Maybe it's just like she got scared about the money, but
right.
Yeah, I don't feel like she's gonna be able to really. I don't think she really means it, basically.
And having to go back to work, and she's like, oh shit, wait, I haven't found a job yet. Mike, stay.
Yeah, basically. All right.
Man.
So I guess
This was a good episode, I have to say.
It was good, yeah.
With the mic and the translation thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I hope he sees the light.
Yeah, I agree. Good. I like his friends too.
Me too. I like them too a lot. How could he have such good friends? And he can meet somebody. He can meet a nice Another nice girl.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully 90 Day will help him out.
Do you think Jasmine could fall in love with him?
Maybe. He just needs to clean up his hygiene a little bit.
Yeah.
And Jasmine could get with him, you know.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to talk about the next one for Ella and Johnny?
Oh, yes. Well, we see that she needed physical attention, so she invited a friend over and they had sex.
It's so weird the way
They
she said
cuddled
it.
and they had sex.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, it was weird because it was like so nonchalant. Like even that's the next logical thing that would happen, of course. Like it's like,
Right.
you know, we cuddled and then, you know, we had sex.
Yeah.
And then of course Johnny's devastated and she's like, oh, I feel so bad. Like, duh, you basically cheated on him. What the hell?
Exactly.
It was
Exactly.
like,
I
do you not
agree.
understand like what you just did? It's so weird. But it's all coming from a place of like sad desperation though. So it's like you feel bad too, but it's like that's so messed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, like looking forward to hearing about that.
Yeah. Why can't she just use her toys? She needed
Exactly.
that satisfaction.
Yeah.
He did look really devastated.
He did.
And it's like, but I can't believe her. I don't like the fact that she started crying afterwards, saying that she felt bad. It's like, what? Now
It's
is
like,
when you
it's
feel
like,
bad.
it's like that she was surprised that he would
Right.
be sad.
Right. So let's see.
All right. Just real quick, want to say thank you to everybody who gives a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so on whatever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. That said, thank you, B. Anything else?
That's all. It's just
right.
the two of us. Hopefully we did good.
Yeah,
We'll be 3 next
It'll
time.
be a three-way, a full menage next
Three-way.
episode. All right.
See you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.